Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, I have a good news to share with you. There is a new PNP program which has just got launched. What program is, what details are, I'll share everything with you. Before that, I request you to kindly subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. There are so many things which we share about Canadian immigration news and updates. Please also like the video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit from this. So without further delay, let's look into what the program is. This new program is called Rural Renewable Stream. Renewable Stream is a new program launched under Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. So Honorable Jason Kenney, who is a Premier of Alberta, he was earlier an immigration minister also in federal. So he has launched this new program on February 16th. This program, actually he renamed the entire PNP program for Alberta. So Alberta AAIP was now changed to Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. Don't get scared if you have applied under this program earlier in the Alberta nomination program. Only the name got changed, plus they introduced two new programs. One is Rural Renewable Stream and another one is all for entrepreneurs. So I will talk about entrepreneur program in another video. In this video, I'm just talking about only Rural Renewable Stream. So let's look into this. Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. Just to refresh up your memories, this PNP program of Alberta is basically into two categories, one for workers and other for entrepreneurs. So Jason Kenney has launched two programs, one for worker, another one for entrepreneurs. In this video, I'm only talking about the one which is launched for the workers. So under Alberta Advantage Immigration Program, this is the new name for the Alberta PNP program. Under this, there are basically for workers, there are four programs. The first one, which is Alberta Express Stream. So Alberta expressentry stream, which is, as the name itself tells, it is linked with the federal expressentry stream. The second program is Accelerated Tech Pathway. I have a complete video on this. Anybody who is from the technology background, whether IT or engineer or any such kind of thing, this is an excellent program to apply into. If you have not seen my video, please consider looking at this video. It will be very helpful for you. So Alberta Opportunity Stream is a third program, and the new one program which I am going to talk today, the new program is Rural Renewable Stream. So this is the brand new program which is launched. What this program is, I'll share everything with you on this topic. So as the name suggests, Rural Renewable Stream. So basically two words, focus on those two words, rural. So what happens is, so anybody coming to Alberta either goes to Calgary or Edmonton. So Alberta has a massive land size, but the other areas are kind of, they don't get their fair share. So to attract newcomers to other areas, this program is launched. So basically, Rural Renewable Stream is renewing, right? So you are renewing the rural areas. This is the entire gist of this program. So what this program is, this addresses the current labor need shortages of the rural Alberta communities. So various communities which are struggling with the shortage of workers, this addresses that. It basically, attracts and help in retention and attraction of newcomers to the rural Alberta areas. So basically, it is a community driven. That is the difference. This program is basically, unlike other programs, it has two components. The one component is community. So it is driven by community, and community kind of facilitates, supports the development in the area and growth in that area, in that community. Rural Renewable Stream empowers rural communities to recruit and retain foreign nationals. They can live, work and settle in those communities. So this is about a quick description of this entire program. Now, as I said, rural renewable stream is basically has two components. First component is communities. That's one component, and the second component is candidates. Unlike many programs which just have candidates, this has two components. So communities also need to qualify and candidate also needs to qualify. So I'll talk about both the things. So let's talk about the community. Let's talk about first the process, right? So the process of this entire rural renewable stream is that first of all, a interested community, not just every community, some community which is interested, they can fill up the designation application form. So once they fill up the form, they gets designated, right? So they gets designated based on the population they have, based on the economic development of that community. They gets designated. Once they get designated, they are able to attract, recruit and retain newcomers. So this is kind of starting of that process. So employer within that community provides a job letter. So job offer is given to the foreign national, right? So once the job offer is provided, there is also a endorsement letter which is given to, and this endorsement letter is the key to entire program. Without this endorsement letter, you can't even apply into AAIP under this stream. So endorsement letter from the community is must have. Endorsement letter you submit along with your AAIP, and once you submit AAIP, you will get provisional nomination because it is a new program under the rural renewable stream. And once you get the nomination, the provisional nomination, you can apply to IRCC for permanent residence. You apply to permanent IRCC and get your permanent residence, and after getting your permanent resident, you go to the designated community and they will support the newcomer. So entire process of this new program. Now have a quick look at what exactly are the requirements for communities. As I said, there are two types of requirements for candidates, requirement for communities. Let's quickly look at what are the requirements for communities. So for communities, first and foremost requirement is population has to be less than 100,000. Population has to be less than 100,000 and should be outside Edmonton and Calgary. That's a first requirement. And should be represented by economic development organization. That's another requirement. So they should have support letter from town or municipality, that because town needs to say, okay, you are inviting new people, we have the capacity to support, right? So they should provide a support letter, right? So in addition, they should also have a support letter from settlement organizations. Now, settlement organizations they play a very big role in Canada, and if I get a chance, I'll definitely bring up a video on settlement agencies also. But for now, I'm just telling that the community needs to have a support letter from the settlement organization also, because they need to settle the newcomer, right? So they should be confident that, okay, they can handle it. And communities must have local employers who can provide permanent full-time job and non-seasonal work. So these are the requirements for the community. Now, there are requirements for the candidates also. So candidates requirements I have depicted with the graphical representation, so it's easy for you to understand. First requirement, which is very, very important, is you have to reside and work in that community. No second thoughts, you have to go because that community has nominated you. So you have to go into that community, reside there, work there, right? So that is the first requirement. Second, as I said, endorsement letter. So I'll give you the entire format also for the endorsement letter, but endorsement letter is needed. The third requirement is education. Fourth requirement, by far any of the program, Canadian immigration program, always has education, language and work experience. So they are here also. And one important ingredient is settlement funds. So we'll look into it quickly into each of this. There is no further talks required on, you need to reside in that community. So endorsement letter, I'm moving straight forward to the endorsement letter. On the endorsement letter, what should be the content of the endorsement letter? The endorsement letter must be provided by the community. This is kind of must have to start the process. So endorsement letter must have the name and address of the EDO, the Economic Development Organization which is supporting this application. In addition, they should have a full name and address of your name and address, complete residential address and your name. And then details of the job offer. So who is offering the job, what is the name of the business, what is their contact information, what is their location, what is your position, what is the job duration, and what are the work conditions. The entire details about the job you are getting, and detailed description of how filling this job can benefit the community. Plus, you also need to provide that letter also needs to say, that endorsement letter also needs to say that employer has done so much efforts and still he is not able to fill in, or the outcome. So efforts and the outcome done by the employer. And lastly, the name and the title and the contact information of the person issuing the endorsement letter to the candidate. So these are the requirements which are there in the endorsement letter. Now, in addition to the residing in the community, in addition to the endorsement letter, the other thing of course is language. Here they have done so much concession, so I can't believe it. So language requirement is just CLB 5. Yes, CLB 5 and CLB 4. CLB 5 for NOC 0, A and B, and CLB 4 for C and D. So I mean, this is really easy. C and D for NOC C and D, just CLB level 4. And in addition, education requirement. I can't believe the education requirement is so simple. Just grade 12 plus 2. That's it. You should be high school pass. That's what it is saying. So easy requirement, education requirement. Language requirement is easy. Education requirement is easy. And work experience, even that is also very easy. Just need 1 year, 12 months of full-time work experience. That's again easy. And you know what? Most of the categories of O, A, B, C, D, all NOCs are eligible, right? Except there are some which are not, like singers and some other musicians. There is a list. If you want, I can share that with you. That is a list of the which are not eligible, but otherwise that few numbers which are not eligible, all other occupations are eligible under this program. So this, in addition to this, the last thing which I mentioned was settlement funds. So settlement funds prove that you have enough money to support you during your initial stay in that community. So that money is dependent upon your family size and the population of that community. So here is the chart, and depending upon what is your family size and which community you are going, particularly the people in that community, if it is between 1,000, of course the lesser money is required. If it is between 1,000 to 30,000, a little more money is required. If it is between 30,000 to 99,000 population of the community, a little more money is required. So you can work according to your requirements of population size as well as family size, your family size. So lastly, rural renewal stream, it cannot be used for the filling up the part-time positions. That's important. And one thing I like to tell you, like somebody coming as a doctor, somebody coming as a nurses, right? So for them, they need to have the provincial licenses. In addition, if anybody needs further information, they can reach out to our office, which is in Brampton, and our email and phone numbers are also provided here. Once again, request you to kindly subscribe to the channel if you have not done so far. Thank you very much for watching the video.